Indianapolis and Indy in a battle of playoff teams from a year ago. It's the Seahawks and the Colts, and it's week 1 of the NFL. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Colts getting ready to take over for the first time, and you get a look at their 6-year quarterback in his first season wearing the horseshoe. It's Carson Wentz.
And Carson Wentz made the move from Philadelphia to Indianapolis back in mid-February, and although his last season as an Eagle, not one that he wants to remember, he's now reunited with his former offensive coordinator and current Colts head coach Frank Reich, and gets to play behind one of the best offensive lines in football.
And right away, he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a final recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Wentz. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Bless on Austin. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Colby Parkinson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Escaping, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DeForest Buckner able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And there's the rookie from Western Michigan, Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there. And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. And that'll make it 3rd down. Wentz. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Blankenship's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. taken at about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Looking to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And 40 catches as a rookie for Michael Pittman. He overcame some early injury problems and really developed into a reliable target as the season went on. The son of a former running back, that's what he looks like after the catch.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Carson Wentz had Zach Ertz and later Dallas Goedert during his time in Philadelphia as excellent tight ends. But I think he'll grow to like Jack Doyle as well with the Colts. That connection there gives him a 1st down.
Wentz's throw taken in by Pascal. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some room to work. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Wentz. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw, it's Wentz. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
49, hey, empty. 49's the mic, watch 49. Hey, tight down, there you go.
Throwing is Wentz. Eluding the pressure. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown, Colts. Jack Doyle. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Let's go.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz, and that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Now he's flushed out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Powers past him at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 2nd and 15. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 75 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw now on first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown!
Gerald Everett. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flushed out right. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Forced out to his left. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now a second down and 6. Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Colts on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. And Pascal's got it. He's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's go, D.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll get this one to Pittman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down. Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Khari Willis there to bring him down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
And bring it. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
58 to Mike. Rip right, rip right.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean,